Well, good afternoon. How are you doing today? I'm going to say tablet and pen time. I'm going to say my name is Ray Reynolds. All right, they nickname me the Godfather of Credit, and I'd like to change your life if you allow me to. That means I'm going to get you up to $1 million of corporate credit, personal and business, combination of both. If you all right, get tablet and pen because you're going to have to write things down again and again. This is live, so the reality is you have questions, just type them out. As we go through this, understand getting millions to billions. I've done it myself. I believe you can do it as well. Now, I'm going to say no pictures or recording because I want you to here. There will be a couple of pages I'll say go ahead and take a picture, so have that ready as well. So the ultimate goal is going to be up to you to follow through. Now, me, I reach all my goals. Okay, sorry. All right, I've reached every goal to all right 2.6 billion at 26 through corporate structure, eventually 3.7 billion. I have no excuses, but neither do you. So the reality is me, this is me, 1981, highest kick, fastest kick on planet Earth. I don't know why silly people say white men don't jump. So let's understand I like goodies. You like goodies? See, these are my goodies, and I love goodies. Millions and billions. So the reality is you have the ability to play the game to win if you choose to. You see, half the people in this world are freaking lazy. Sorry to say, but it's true. Me, my story is very simple, rags to riches. Okay, born in a taxi. So the reality today, I'd like you to focus on reaching your highest goal ever. See, I believe you're basically 35 to 70 years old. That means you've been what, knocked down 50 times? A friend and family member ripped you off, or you spent money on something that didn't work. Let's get to the reality of life. Let's get you there, okay? So the goal is maybe you want a Lamborghini, $100 million building. Maybe you want basically, yachts and race boats and all kinds of goodies, because that's what I obtained. So today, I want you to understand. I'm going to give you some rules and tools and steps. I'd like you to write them down, please. Now we're going to focus on chapter 18. It's right in front of you. I was lucky while I was being used and abused as a kid that I paid attention, listening to a little silly poker game. So let's circle a corporation's a legal person. The ultimate goal is very simple. Let's understand. A corporation's a legal what? Person. Okay. Now here's my problem. I'm 7.5 years old, listening to the poker game. From there, what did I do the next day? Well, my little bicycle down to the Torrance Police Department. Next door is a library. Man, what does this mean? She was kind of rude to me too. You know what I did? I went back to the library for 2 years. I got to understand that a corporation, be a legal person, could actually get me out of what I called hell. Now I'm going to circle may sue or be sued. See, there's a big lie. People think that a corporation protects them, and it does not in many cases. So my corporation cost me $10. How much did you pay for yours? You see, corporations are free in all 50 states. You just pay a little filing fee. So the bottom line is my first corporation, I sent away $10 when I was 9.5. It was called Helping Hand Industries. I got $100,000 of credit cards in the mail. See, back then people got credit cards in the mail themselves, people or corporations. I got named in the movie Dave as well, but I got $100,000 of credit. Kind of freaked us all out. Now I screwed up. 12.5 years old, I started the Orange County Blind Center. I used the word Braille. It belongs to the Braille Institute. Didn't know that. 5 years old, this scared the crap out of me. That's what proved to me that a corporation is sued, they're going to sue you. So let's understand today. Never bring the pain home. All right, the big lie. All right, I hear people all the time, corporations are going to protect me. No, it does not. Corporations are designed and basically being a legal person, but Supreme Court. Supreme Court says it's a legal person. By the way, it's to receive money. So no tax is due to you're profitable. See, the problem with you, or most people do, is they have to do what I do. All right, a long time ago, they have to guarantee something. You pierce your own veil the moment you guarantee the car, the lease of a building, or a credit card. Because even if the corporation screws up, you know what happens next? You file bankruptcy corporation, then they come after you because you guaranteed it. Now, one of the things that I set up, literally, when in 1985 was the division of me and a division process. So I actually created division process in the 80s. This is where a division can be filed, published, added to a bank account, and legitimately get a tax ID. So you don't have to be a duck and a sheep if you want to, but it's up to you. I've been doing workshops 6 days a week for over 49 years, in person or online. So understand something. We're not going to let you put all your eggs in one basket. You're going to understand it like the banks do. They bankrupt locations, grocery stores, cities. They stay in business and write it all off as a debt. They get to write off and get a tax benefit. Most people bring the pain home, probably you too. So let's understand today. I want you to master division process. So let's understand the goal is to put our ducks in a row and never bring the pain home. I'm going to give you problem and solution at the same time. So let's draw this little diagram here, please. So let's pretend you look in your city today and you see the locations of banks, buildings empty. They are. They're bankrupting thousands of locations all the time. See, a corporation bank, all right, very simple. The bank has a division. No, it's a subsidiary. So it's a corp owning a corporation. They bankrupt the piece, branch number, take the assets and the money, walk away, and write off the debt as a tax credit. You keep bringing the pain home to you. That's the biggest mistake. You see, you did one thing. You followed people that did it wrong, so you did it the same way. We'll explain that as we go through this process today. So a division of me, write it down, please. I believe you should have 3 of those. 3 chances to try. As long as you're trying, you're not dying. If you're not trying, you might as well be dead. Here's your banks. Bank of America, end of this year, will have 8,000 locations shut down. So understand, this is always on Google all the time. So we can look at Sam's Club, Geico, and Walmart. We can look at cities. They file bankruptcy too. Your goal for you and your family should be to stop bringing the pain home. You should learn to be a certified CFO, Chief Financial Officer, personal business. You should reprogram your brain to millionaire status. Millionaire status. I did that by the time I was 14 and a half, by the way. I didn't go to high school. I went to college. But I didn't do that either. The realities had to do that because I was forced to. So let's look behind the curtain and learn how to play. Now, I wrote Winning the Game of Business 49 years ago, and a series of books that I put out there in the public too. All right. Now, we're going to do one thing that I did. I went to the library for 2 years, 9.5 did the corporation. Then I created a blueprint. I own the rights of Blueprint for Success. I trademarked that when I was 12 and a half. So let's understand. My blueprint is called See It, Believe It, Go Get It. Whatever I see, I believe it, I go get it, and it actually happens that way. Everything I touched since I was 4 turns to gold, $100 million business, all right, on a yearly base, kind of fun. Now we have a problem. We have 13 days left of this year. Let's say you do exactly what I would tell you to do, like Donald did. Donald went, got the bank account, got the division set up, put him in coaching. He just located one of the laundromats I told him to go get. All right, to the brokers to start a game because he's in coaching. $100,000, no problem. 25,000 down, 300,000 a year. See, that entity becomes a bucket of money. We're going to go through that process today. We're going to talk about auto income that I developed for me, so you can do it for yourself too. All right, we go to the bank today. You want a line of credit at the bank, you have to have a 2-year corporate division or both. You have 13 days left. It's time to get action done. If you don't get corporation profit and nonprofit now, I mean now, in division process, you might as well wait next year, wait the following year. You just cost yourself 2 years, by the way. So we're going to talk about the list. Everybody has a goal list. They should. This is a different kind of list that I create for every client. My list is different. I give them a daily list, a weekly list, or a project list. That's the goal, the project list. So I created a blueprint for me when I was 12 and a half years old. It was foolproof. That way I don't bring the pain home. Later on, I got married, have 6 kids, 13 grandkids. See, I don't bring the pain home. You do, unfortunately, without your foundation being done my way. Sorry, right now, if you don't have division process, you're going to be a duck and a sheep. And then when I sue their corp, they sue you. So let's understand. I hope my story helps you a little bit. I pray you can learn how to fight through the pain like I did. I think I'm an example for God no matter what, trying to help you as much as I can. All right, there's one of my yachts. I got 3 yachts at the time. All the goodies, buildings, mansions, and all kinds of stuff, helicopters too. You see, all right, July 4, 2009, we took out one of the yachts with a group of people. Someone had a virus. I ended up going in a coma the next day. Kind of sucks. So what do we get to do? There I am in that coma. Google the address. It'll tell you I'm telling you the truth. It'll even set you free. So the goal is simple. Laying in a coma, All right, I get to hear my tax attorney trick my wife to sign a POA. Nurse asked my wife if I was a donor. They're going to take it hard and take it away. I was given a choice to stay in peace or go back. Since my wife's fallen apart, I said go back. So let's understand today, all of us have the ability to repackage ourselves and get to the $1 million dream. Well, my first coma for me was 5.5. I've been in 2 of them so far. I was crippled for life. Jesus said, get up, get up. Last one, they're working on me. And I ain't going to die and I get to come back and help you anyway. Okay. So let's understand. For my situation, I had to move 24 times by the time I'm 11.5 years old. And a lot of lousy people. Next thing, when I've been shot, I've also been knifed. So let's understand there's no excuses for anybody. We have the ability to actually see it, believe it, go get it. We just have to follow through. So there's my, I'll call it my oh shit day. Sorry to say, but it's true, because that's how we feel when we have a bad day. 15 years ago. Stay away from yachts and basically fireworks, my client tells me. So understand, I believe the devil's trying to knock us down and take it away. I'm going to say God's delays aren't God's denials. So let's understand today. I think what you didn't do is take the time to dissect and understand how the system works. All right, but you might want to listen to me since I'm the guy that trained Ken Yarborough from TRW and Sperian. A lot of the rules and tools I set up. So the SS5 is what you filled out at 14 to 16 years old to get your SSN and you file your 1040 tax return. You got one of those. That was it. Now, if you don't realize you filled that form out, most people don't, there's the biggest problem you got. Now, understand something. All right, if you did this after 1971 when Nixon took the gold standard out, all right, the mommy has to do the SS5 form while the baby just got delivered within 2 hours. We're bonded up to 35 million apiece, by the way. See, it's called We the People. And that Social Security card you have in your personal wallet today, in the back of it says, do not laminate, don't carry with you, don't use for ID purposes. You might want to take the time today to basically reference SS5 to SS4. Because the SS4 is the only form I can find that in planet Earth, they are set up for banking and credit purposes in the first place. Legal name of entity or individual person. You should actually have 3 of those of you under the corporation as well, but it's up to you. Now, if you don't file your tax returns, you're just a crook. Go to a prison like Wesley Snipes did. 3 years in prison, $18 million less. What's his occurring now? Half the people have never heard of him now. So understand something today. I want you to learn how to play, and I want you to understand you can actually rebuild your life right away, but it's up to you. So let's do this. Here's Richard. Richard won Survivor on the show. First guy won $1 million check. I said reference the money 3 times 5 turned to 15 million. Instead, his CPA said keep 375, pay the IRS the rest of the money. Instead, he pissed it away. Went to prison for 3.5 years, 10 years probation, even violated that as well. So let's plan the problem. Can we understand that? I believe you've been knocked down by a friend and family member, probably ripped off, spent thousands of crap that didn't work, and we're going to plan the problem from now on, because that way you're prepared. So there's that SS5 equals SSN 1040. What did it say on the back of the card again? Remember, don't laminate, don't use for ID purposes, and don't carry with you. It doesn't belong to you. So what do? You get your first paycheck, what happens? Where's my money? You just say, where's the money? It's all gone. You go to the personnel, HR, and they said, hey, IRS gets your cut. You get the leftover. Congratulations. Welcome to the United States of America, Incorporated. So you got choices today to never bring the pain home. You see, what happens is very simple. I believe most people act like ducks and sheep. They follow and don't tear things apart, learn how to play. But that's up to you. You see, I'm going to show you exactly how to understand it, and I'm going to help you get $100,000 of credit. Would it be okay if you give $100,000 of personal credit and corporation credit today? Can I rebuild you if you allow me to, please? See, we don't have to be ducks and sheep. We can learn to play the game to win. Now, I need you to write down irsagain.gov, and I want you to look up a 1244 form. That's where you and the corporation file one tax return. It's called single filing, and I'll set almost all tax to $3 to $5 million. How you receive money matters. You receiving money, no. Corporation will pay tax so it's profitable. Now, what happens with most of you, sorry, don't take it personally, you went and sat at the kitchen table with your friends and family. Honey, we're going to start a business. Oh, goody. We're going to jack up our cards, drop our score, get stuck. Hell can't get any more, and bring the pain to me and you and screw up and honk our house too. See, I call that silly and dumb, kind of stupid. Every card needs a sticky. You write it down. It's a procedure. You're going to write down a 10,000 card. You only can use 29%, period. So understand that. It's $2,900. If you listen to Ray's rules and tools and understand these don't fluctuate, you put this in front, nobody will have shitty credit ever, ever. Instead, they're being silly and dumb, following ducks and sheep. All right? They might as well walk around going, bah, quack, quack, quack. So the lack of knowledge makes people do stupid things. I don't think people are stupid. I just think they follow stupid. But it's up to you. We're going to put an agreement together. You're going to sign it. You're going to be part of the program. And we're going to put in big red ink. Don't do the 2 violation rules. Do not apply for credit and jack it up and screw up your rapid rescore. And do not jack up your cards. If you live by those 2 rules, you can be a candidate for one of our customers to be if you follow through. If you screw this up, we will charge a fee or close your case. We tell the truth. Now, an open collection account, understand there's 5 ways to kill a debt. If you have an IRS problem, let's understand they have a form just for you. It's called a 656 of 433A and B. So let's understand today, it's pretty simple. All right, I need you to focus if you have an open collection account. You see, you can't just rip off your creditor. I'm going to tell you to man up and woman up. Bottom line. Maybe you have to negotiate a debt or 2. So let's understand one more time. All right, all cards fluctuate but 2. What do they do? Now, when I was suing Credit Karma during the pandemic, they kept saying 42%. It's always been 29 below. Now they all say below 30. They just have to understand I set that up years ago, training Yarborough, TRW became Experian. All they have to do is follow through. So if you want a 750, I'll hold your hand. You go to class, not following you up, and we're going to get these scores basically what? 750 more. Ray's rules and tools. It's about time you understand how to play the game to win. Now, TRW, Thomas Raymond Woolridge, Bicycle Parts, El Segundo, California, information business, and they became the reports from. They became Experian in 96. When I drew the first one of these, I called it all right, good, fair, or hell no. So get in your head. I'm going to get you to 750 and guarantee it as long as you work with me and go to the class. And I guide you every step of the way. It's Ray's rules and tools. I've been teaching that for 49 years. So understand today I need you to call the phone number. Your problem is you added yourself to the robocall list and the national mailing list. 888-567-8688. You see, they sell the voting list 412 times a year. Maybe it's a cable bill, maybe it's a corporation. So why don't you call that number later today and opt out 5 years or a lifetime and get off the national mailing list, please. But again, it's up to you. See, I want to repackage your whole life, not just because you call one of my call centers to get credit rebuild or a bonus card or corporate money. I'm going to rebuild your life. By the way, I'm going to get you to $100,000 income per month if you listen and learn. So what are the rules and tools? All cards fluctuate, but 2. What are we going to do? What is our goal? 750 score and never drop it anymore. Simple. As we play, you have an emergency, you lose your job. What do? Everybody does the same silly thing. You see, the average person wastes $50 every other day. Probably you. That's $700 a month. If I spend $50,000 on a corporate card, I get to write an interest rate and credit card, borrow money, it's not tax, so I get to write it all off, and the payment's less than the $700 you piss away every given month. Sorry to say, but it's true. So your choice is simple: cash, corporate, credit. All right. Now, the bottom line today, if I wanted to basically spend $50,000 on a card, my payment is going to be about $612.26. I can go buy 2 pizza restaurants with a darn drive-through today. So I can create auto income. Now, Nixon took the gold standard out. Okay, let's understand. Let's write down I'm willing to lose a division, not the corporate family, and I have no intent to do fraud. That's what I'd like you to write down today. I'd like you to have your cake and eat it too. I'd like to rebuild you with using Ray's rules and tools and make you a certified CFO and never bring the pain home again. Would that be okay if we play my way for a while? All right, so let's play. Now let's understand, take a picture of this page. Let's pretend you jacked up all your cards, you're backed in a corner, you're not getting a big enough raise, and you're not going to win the lottery. What do we do? No, you take a picture here. Very simple. We turn supply credit into cash. It's about $50,000. Would that help you rebuild you a little bit or a lot? Simple to do. Solution for problem. 750 score. Goodies I obtained. Let's analyze your credit. I'm going to personally analyze your credit. Personally, I do this on Fridays and Saturdays. I've analyzed over 50 million people so far. We're going to put a rapid refresh in place that I created rapid scoring rapid refresh about 43 years ago working with Harold Stokes and Ken Yarborough. So let's look at this 757. It used to be a 510. Would you like one of those too? But you got to be part of the program. Nice lady. She's a 651. All right. No green lights. That means possibilities. And I do his rapid rescore 750 and build $1 million of credit. That'd be okay to build $1 million of credit. All right. Here's a bankruptcy. Why would this couple file bankruptcy when they don't need to? They went to a bankruptcy attorney, sold them a bankruptcy they didn't need. Oh, what are you going to do now? See, here's the problem with basically knowledge information. I like to take everybody on TikTok and Google and YouTube, put them on stage, and let's tear them apart. I've never seen someone stupid in my life. Let's get a secure credit card to start your credit file. Well, that's an inquiry, so that's a negative. My dashboard sets them up even if you have shitty credit, $500 unsecured. If we can't, we're always going to use only one card, Open Sky. There's no inquiry. Simple. So all you do for $250. Use $25. Nice couple. All right, lost his job. All kinds of crap happened in his life. So he's got a 571 late on his car payment, and he's got 11 shitty accounts. Here's 3,000. See, it takes money to rebalance you, and the rules and tools to be disciplined. And their rapid usually pushes you up and away. About 3 to 10 days anyway. Okay. Now here's what I did. I was at the Bonavich in Los Angeles for 32 years, every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. All right, 6 days a week on my radio and TV show too. Inc. magazine interviews me, and they say use plastic to finance your business. I took my cat because cats have 9 lives. See, what I did as a stunt is I built $1 million credit for my cat. I believe I can do it for you too. If I can do it for the cat, probably you too. But it's up to you. See, Intuit's out there, no problem. You bought Credit Karma, December 3rd, 2020. Credit Karma has no funding to help you. My new dashboards will do better than that. 24-hour call center. That's our ultimate goal. Credit repair? That means it's broken? In the Webster's Dictionary? No. You see, I don't have a magic wand. I wish I did. Mine's broken. It's even bent. All right. See, the reality is I don't have no BS to give you. Credit repair is a fraud. It always has been. They can't collect money up front. They're not teaching anything. They're just basically saying not mine, not late, kind of late. That's kind of crap. It's a lie. Credit Repair Organization Act. Now the CFPB, Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, indicts the Credit Repair Cloud. Wow, he got fined $3 million, maybe go to jail. So let's write down Section 611. Let's write it down now. Why don't you find out what you do for yourself? That works. LifeLock, it scares me. When Mark started it years ago, he was a crook when he started it anyway. But the reality is simple. They've been indicted 6 times. Last indictment's $100 million. So please be careful. Now, what we're going to do is analyze you right away. Then we're going to turn around and tell you what you need to do on your part. We're going to put you in class, following you on Friday or Saturday or both. I'm going to get you 750 with you, hoping we're going to hold hands and sing Kumbaya. The goal is to reach the goal. Every Friday and Saturday, analyze people. All right, you get to play with me live. Is that okay? So the Ray Reynolds University was my dream. It came true in the beginning of the 90s, no problem. So what happened? All right, got to go in a coma, got to die. It kind of sucks. So let's do this. Let's get you past go. I think you're stuck. Let's see about some Lamborghinis. All right, Duffy, mansion. White men do jumps to we say we don't. More Lamborghinis. All right, race boats, helicopters, U-Docks, yachts, and Ferraris. Just a couple goodies I obtained. Would you like some too? I call it Ray's Rules. So we're going to use my blueprint, see it, believe it, go get it. And it's going to work for you as long as you follow through. Now, I like goodies. There's $500 million of goodies today. Would you like me to help you get some goodies too? So understand, biggest problem they gave me in the 70s and 80s and 90s, loan to value problem. When I developed division process in 85, 86, that problem went away. So we have the choice to get to million to billion if we want to. $100 million building, $100 million car, Lamborghinis, God's gift, mansions in the harbor, properties on all 5 islands, put in the Ray Reynolds University and now yachts and race boats too. And they definitely got to take the wife to Captain Jackson Friday, steak and lobster. Of course we have to do that. See, I got bored. Oh, really? 26. I was afraid I was going to fat, ugly, and die. When you have everything you want, what are you going to do? So I like goodies, do you? But it's up to you. Helicopters, Lamborghinis, and buildings too. There's me in 1981 once again. I don't understand why they say white men can't jump. Reality is that Guinness Book of Records kind of pissed me off that night. So I jumped in and kicked at the lights. They're only 13 feet. You see, I always believe if you can touch it, you can kick it. It's impossible. Yeah, right. So understand, maybe I kick so high because my grandfather, Richard Bishop, he won the Olympics in 1932 for gymnastics in Los Angeles. Okay, maybe that's where I get it from. So understand, the word no does not mean no. No means you accepted it and they didn't know how to do it anyway. So let's do this. You have classes all through this week you can go to, and Friday and Saturday live ones as well. So would you like me to hold your hand and change your life right away? But it's up to you to follow through if you want some goodies too. All right, Ray Reynolds, Godfather Credit, RayReynolds.com. All right. Now, here's something that's an opportunity for you. They're giving away $10 billion in grant money come January. There's portholes too. All right, we can guide you every step of the way. So the bottom line is, would you like a piece of that? Understand what happens like this today. Articles of corporation. All right, officers list, tax ID. I'm going to add 3 divisions. From there, nonprofit workshops this Saturday, 9 a.m. in the morning Pacific Standard Time. We're normally going to charge you $24.99. If you did it during the broadcast with me, it's $19.99. If not, you call the office and you get the normal price. See, why don't we go get some grant money? Nonprofit workshop every 8 weeks. Guess why this week is? Nonprofit, 9 o'clock in the morning, Pacific Standard Time. If you don't have the Millionaires Founders Kit that I sold at the Bonaventure for $5,000 a set, 12 books and CDs, full blueprint for $1 million company, all right, you can call the office today. They'll sell it to you for $9.99. If you did it during the webinar with me, it's half price, $4.99. From there, if you want the real estate system for billionaires or a basic financial system, become the bank, buckets of money, tax balancing. Office is $19.99. During a broadcast with me, it's half price at $9.99. Take a picture of here so you understand we like Zelle. See, the banks bought Zelle on July 6, 2022. That's what they did. They bought Zelle. That's how they transfer money. They don't need locations and more. It's Ray at RaysCredit.com, and then it pops up Rays Credit. There you go. Now, I believe today, like I said, you're up to 70 years old and between 35 and that. Maybe you're disappointed. You played it safe, or you never took the chance, or you took the chance and fell on your wallet. So there's me, about $10 million of credit on the table. It's broadcasting to people and having some fun. But again, you can call that office right away, 800-254-9506, and learn to play. So let's understand today. Why don't you write down today's date, and let's work our tails off till basically April 21st. Why? Because you're going to get up to $1 million of credit and the pieces you need all along. We're going to work it every day. So remember the United States of America Incorporated. They planned the problem too. You see, what the United States of America did is 50 corps, 50 states, and then cities. Do you know they actually created a Chapter 9 bankruptcy to wipe out the debt if they have no shit day? That's what they did in front of you. Unfortunately, you didn't learn to play. It is called We the People, by the way. So why don't we learn rules and tools and stop bringing the pain home? Now, this is a nice guy. His name is basically Glenn. He lived in his car for 3 years because his wife left him and lost his job. I told him to man up, go to the workshops. He did. Got him a $1 million company, brand new house, brand new truck. No problem. So here's basically free Ray Ricky Dicky Ross. I got him 3 million. Simple. Thomas was in prison for 26 years. I got him a $5 million business, brand new dump trucks in 6 months. God rest his soul for Michael. All right, we got Arnold. We have presidents. We have Costner. Oh, we have Superman from Gold's Gym. All right, we have a college professor who dedicates a book to me too. And then we have Superman for Gold's Gym. Kurt Cobain, God rest his soul. And I got her $1 million too for her little videos. See, what happens is this. I've been known as the incorporator for rich and famous people. Lakers, Clippers, Dodgers, and Angels too. All right. Now, this is pathetic. This is ridiculous. This man's being lazy. He wants a free ride. Hey, don't get mad at me telling the truth. He could drive an Uber today or a Lyft, have a couple of garage sales. And what can he do? Go to this church for the school for the food. See, for me, I came out of that coma. All right, we were homeless. What are we supposed to do? I had nowhere to go, wife and kids. Go to Mark's place. They own Jewelry Mark. Okay, go in, oxygen tank and all. Come back out. My wife says, "Where's your wedding ring?" Rolex, necklace, and bracelet. I knew they were being cleaned. I lied to my wife. I lied to her today if I have to. My goal is to protect her. So I have 3 divisions of me and 5 closet divisions. So the goal for me is to never find myself, basically stuck. So my divisions of me, I built $1 million of credit in 5-6 weeks. I bought my wife an extreme house. Why do people stay down when they never had to? So let's understand today a division of me. All right, that Lamborghini was a division of me. Sign a lease, be a piece of property, receive money, and daisy chain credit. To daisy chain credit, you can do it per entity, and basically under the Fair Lending Act, even American Express, they'll offer you 99 more. How many would you like? So if we do it correctly, we could finance our way back to $1 million status. The dashboards were set up for one reason. They were set up by me and then became Experian for tax ID. So we can build credit right away and write it all off. But again, let's look at you today. If you have a corporation today, I want you to find your name on Secretary of State's website, your corp and your name, because they will. That means if you use your home address, you're getting junk mail. You should have used mailbox at your shared office space. Right now, your corporation, when they sue it, if they do, because you didn't put your ducks in a row, they sue you. That kind of sucks. But the line of defense can actually save your life and build it up and away. But it's up to you as well. So focus on line of defense, please. So that 750 is waiting for you. You go to class Friday and Saturday, I hold your hand every step of the way. You don't have to always go all the time, but at least listen and learn. Let me add you to my credit system. I can rebuild you. So plan A all the way. I'm one of the few, not one of the many. Plan B to me would be settling. I don't want to settle. That'd be a loser. So do you want to be a millionaire? Hopefully you say no. Would you want to be a millionaire corporation? Hope you say yes. How you receive money matters no matter what we do. All right. So I'm going to focus on boring and steady. That's what makes sense to me. So again, take a picture of this page. It's like basically Ronald getting that laundromat he looked at and found he can get it for $100,000 in a down payment, and their seller finance $365,000 a year. Hey, that's auto income. These are the type of business I've always done. I don't want to run a company. I want someone to drive you around your city today. I'd like you to be in the passenger side, look around, and find out why don't you own these things. They're right there. They're right in front of you. So let's plan to get some of the goodies. Is that okay? It's like basically we did an auction last week for $27,000 and won the bid. No one else bid. Okay, the house is only worth $1.2 million. It's only $46,000 to fix it up. I don't really like flippity dippity doos, but again, this one is just priceless too. If you take properties per division, you can build basically a line of defense, and you can bring in a lot of money. From there, let's look at the apartment complex too. We'll give you a broker's list to help you research all of these things based on what you want to do if you're in a coaching program. Simple. So I'd like to take the time to blueprint you. What does this mean? This means you and I on the phone with your partner of life. How about we look at past, present, and future? All right, good, bad, and ugly. How about we look at if you had a tax problem or a bankruptcy? How about you ever mess up chasing American Express? Family, corporation, divisions. Irrevocable trust, we got a plan to live, plan to die. Car should never be yours anyway. Should be a division. House, you should have bought it through the trust. Again, auto income. All right, cash flow free up your time. I'd like to be on the phone for about an hour with you and your spouse or partner of life if you want me to. From there, if we would Google today, properties under 100,000 brand new in multiple states. You found about 15 of those, by the way. A corporation with 3 divisions has the ability to have the division buy that property as basically first-time buyer. They want 5,000 down. Let's take it off of a card. And then what do? We go to all 15 states and do it again and again and again. Simple. So storage units is one of my favorite. I remember buying our first units when I was 19 with my ex-father-in-law, Dr. Robert Soltis. That was kind of fun. But again, it's going to be up to you to play too. All right, Freddie Mac. All right, Section 8. All right, DSRC loans. How about small business SBA loans? Some way to get it, and then we want to turn it in to become the bank. That's what makes sense to me. I like being the bank. Many ways to do this. Guided a client, got 3 dry cleaners, $63,000 a month. Got another client, laundromats, $30,000 a month. So these are things that are real to create auto income you don't have to manage. Wendy's, you don't see the owner of Wendy's running the Wendy's restaurant, do you? It's a food management company. Jack in the Box, gas stations. So let's focus on the type of businesses that I've done all my life. I owned 22,000 payphones at one time. These replaced it. What did I do? Boo-hoo-hoo. No, the ones in prison still work. But again, EV charging stations. In California, they have programs to get you to be an investor because they're $1 million short because we're the capital of the world about EV charging stations. Maybe you want to become an investor. From there, these are the things that I give out to my people in coaching, or I teach them how to go get this on their broker's list. Kind of fun thing to do. When you're not a client, what do I want to do? I want to start a rapid refresh. I want you to go to class Friday and Saturday or both. I want your target to be for you 750 score. I want to charge you $9.99 for the rapid in the class. And then what am I going to do? Pretty simple. I'm going to give you $1,000 card back to you to reimburse you. Always have for 49 years. So if we leverage rules and tools, all right, and we discount it to $4.99 now and a $500 card, would you do it right away? That's your opportunity for the next 10 minutes. From here, you're going to get a 750 score. If you don't have a corp, I'll hand you one for free. If you have one, I'll build the one you have. Let me get you 100,000 of credit to a couple of million, please. We'll rebuild you. We'll put you in set level 1 once a week as well for 90 days. We're going to charge you $9.99, give you 5,000 of credit back. $24.99, let's give you 25,000 of credit. You see, the reality is analyzation, history, and let's pop credit right away. All right, that's all we got to do. That would be a Zelle opportunity. But what you get to do right now is call the office, look at Zelle, and then you can call the office at 800-254-9506. If you use a card, it will charge 5% more because the bank charges us. We have to give you the cost that charges us. How it works. See, the ultimate goal would be to repackage you, kind of like Humpty Dumpty. I would like you to let me get you 100,000 of personal credit. I'd like you to let me get you 100,000 of corporate credit. See, this is to start you out in the right way. Personally, 8 to 10 cards, 5 to 10,000. What do? Very simple. All right, then we put the gold and platinum cards in front of that because we have to go past 29%. Those are the only cards we do. That would give you safety the rest of your life for 750 and 71,000 of safety credit every step of the way. Corporations should start with 100,000 on one card. Simple. If you allow me to rebuild you with you and for you, and you go to the class and you follow my guidance as well, we're going to target the green spark card, 100,000 and 2 for 30. That's 160. 160 times 9, by the way. Is that $1 million? How about B of A times 9? How about Wells Fargo? How about Incard? How about the gold? So 5 basic cards up to $500,000 to $1 million. up to $5 million of credit if you use division process. Okay, now we have to go to the bank. See, the bank, by that time, you're ready to get what's called checkbook money, up to 150. But they want a 2-year corporate, 2-year division. That's why you need them now. You only have 13 days left. Here's my 5 favorite ones that I like. They seem to work all the time. And that's what we got to do. Go get the money. So the reality is we can finance the dream. And we're going to get up to $5.4 million anyway. And divisions allow you to process a projection of $1 million in business. That's fun. Make you the money making machine. That would be the ultimate goal. So that's what we got to do today. So let's understand, when I go after American Express Platinum on my dashboard, I can get personal business or both simultaneously. How about division card or employee card? Now, what do we do for the gold card too? See, this is the ultimate goal. So all applications out there for about 16 years now have the division process and all the cash application for corporation, the way I designed it. American Express offering 99 more cards, that's kind of nuts. So let's get 2 for you and 2 for your corporation in every division too. Ultimately go, they're going to give you a line of credit personally. Then they're going to give you up to basically a blueprint loan up to $250. So if we want to take $1,000 to $75,000, we can learn to leverage it. We can learn to use borrowed money is not taxable and buy the lifetime income. That would be the ideal. All right, so let's understand. Here's a client that started about 9 months ago now. What happened in the first 8 months? Okay, we positioned everything else in corporate divisions too, just like what I want you to do, but they're at $96,000 a month now. Is that good? So that was in about 8 months so far. You could be next if you want to be. If we're going to look at 100,000 of credit today, the office is going to charge you 10%. From there, what do? I'm going to discount it while we're online. Have price $49.99. All right, during the webinar. If you wanted 50,000, normally 5,000, discounted to $29.99. From there, you're going to get stuck with me some more. If you want 25,000 of credit, all right, 2,500. All right now it's $14.99. So let's understand today. Those are all Zelle prices. We call the office right away. What is our goal? Let's rebuild you and have some fun doing it, and let's turn you into a corporate millionaire. Now, my coaching programs are pretty simple. You're stuck with me. That means we're on the phone every 5 days during the week. I'm going to analyze your credit right away, and we're going to blueprint you, and we're going to look at that every 5 days during the week and give you the next checklist and the next thing to do. That way you get up to the 100,000 a month. All right. Now, January 1st, all coaching will be done by junior and senior coaches. If you're not signed up with me now, all right, you're not going to be signed up with me then. From there, it's credit, loan, and money. Corporation should be a management company. You should build line of defense. A division for franchise apartment complex, multiple functions. So that would be what I'd do with you. Financial freedom, 10,000, 100,000 a month. Now, I had a problem. I was doing fixer-uppers and flippity-dippities at 17. Had my 22,000 payphones, got 19 houses. They told me no, I couldn't get number 20. I put them on my division process. It made sense. But I realized that the buyer's a liar, the agent and the broker, and that contractor that cut corners every step of the way after they hire those people out front of Home Depot too. Kind of sucks. So I decided to be the bank. I'm 21 years old. I sell a car and carry the loan. I got $413 a month, 7 years. I sold a house, at assignment of mortgage. What did I get? $1,200 a month for 30 years. That too. So if you ever want to learn how to do assignment of mortgage, assignment of asset, they're in the real estate and financial series. You see, the goal is to make your money making machine. Let's say today you want to get 100,000 to $1 million of supply and vendor credit, OPM money, Dun & Bradstreet. Then you can start selling on Amazon and eBay today. If you don't have a corporation, I'll give you one for free. You pay your filing fee. If you have one, I'll build the one you've got today. The goal would be to stop bringing the pain home, put your ducks in a row, build a corporate umbrella, do it my way and repackage it because your way sucks. Did I say that out loud? See, the goal is this. If we get core profit, nonprofit divisions now, come January, we're going to project around the second year. You got 13 days left. you're running out of time. If not, that's up to you. You'll wait another year after next year. So a corporation's a legal what? Person. Or what is it to do? We look at the S's for once again. Corporation's in an entity. Oh, are you? You can get a tax ID too. So they bankrupt locations and they write off the debt. You bankrupt you, and there's no debt to write off. You're a duck and a sheep. You brought the pain home. So let's stop that right now and understand that form says banking and credit purposes. That would be the ultimate goal. All right. If you want, I'll repackage you and I'll even guarantee it. But again, I need you to listen and learn. Corporations should only do 4 things, in my opinion. These are raised rules. Do what you want. It buffers tax, no taxes due, it's profitable. All corporate credits are darn write-off. Cars, fleet price, hotel, buffet. Divisions, your line of defense. If you would have had divisions under you or divisions under corporation, you would have never had shitty credit. But again, line of defense. They're cheap, multiple functions, buy at wholesale price, multiple credit reports, separate real estate liability. I'm going to hold your hand so you can set up a line of defense and never bring the pain home. Tax ID, what? Debt follows tax ID, bankruptcy too, and bills credit reports. So we have the choice to learn to play. Remember, I told you to write down earlier that today when we began. So guess what? CFO, you have to be that for personal and business. That would be the ultimate goal, to get auto income. Now, I want you to write down checkbook money. They give it to you, checkbook, it's ready to go. We better put something in a bridge loan, we better invest it. We better buy something. So the lack of knowledge, sorry, makes people do stupid things. I don't think people are stupid. I just think half the world is freaking lazy. But again, what do? I had a problem in the late 80s and 90s. I built $53 million of credit. There's about 10 million here, okay? Just for the fun of it. They're shrinking my limits. Oh my goodness. So I had to figure out something. How do I keep the credit alive? Because I don't need to use it. I don't want to abuse it either. Well, I did very simple. I created cash flow free per time. So I was created in the first place. So I loan out money. Ooh, that fun. So let's think a division is a legal person, right? Public record. In my book called Buckets of Money, it shows exactly step by step how to set up a bucket of money, $4.6 million, and literally creating $190,000 a month. It took 18 months to do that. It's auto income. I like that, don't you? But then the notes behind that were $1.1 billion. We could actually repackage you, get you past go, and guide you every step of the way. There's what happened in 98, by the way. All right, so a division. A corporation is I showed you, public record, legal person. Anything underneath is the same thing. If you give me a name for a division, I'm allowed to put it in my system on my dashboard and create a Superior, Challenger, and Equifax. And then I'll teach you the daisy chain credit. And then what are you going to do? You're going to get basically separate tax IDs. I'll show you how to do it. I'll even do it for you. So understand, I have to add 2 years of history. That's what establishes the credit reports. So today, if you want 3 divisions, 6, 9, 10, 12, whatever you want, I wanted to give you a way for the next 13 days to count as much as it can. So each division is $4.99. Tax ID, history, everything else, no problem. 3 for $14.97. All right, you get 10,000 in credit. No credit, it's $9.99. 9 for $29.99, 25,000 credit. No credit, it's $19.99. 12 for $39.99, 75,000 credit. All right, without the credit, it's $29.99. Take a picture of this right now. This is good today. So the reality is you'll be able to call a specialist right away. If it is done now, I want you to realize I'm going to double the numbers. Instead of 3, you're going to get 6. Instead of 9, you're going to get 18. Instead of 12, you're going to get 24. But that is something you need to do right away. Simple. There's that Zell thing. What do you get to do? Call that office now, 800-254-9506. Keep in mind they will charge you a fee of 5% if you use a card or a debit card. Every division should be known as a bucket of money. So if you don't have the real estate system, financial system, or the Millionaires Founders Kit, well, the Millionaires Founders Kit is $4.99 during the broadcast. There you go. When it comes to the real estate or financial system, $19.99 during the broadcast. It's $9.99. You get to win again. I want you to focus what I've done in teaching people for 49 years in different classes as well. That's why I created the Ray Reynolds University in the first place. This weekend coming up, we're going to be doing nonprofit grant money. Now, if you win the lottery, I'm going to want to do a division of you. I'm going to want to sit down with you and the banker personally. You see, you're a tax person, so you put in your personal account, you're paying tax on the gain you earn. No. Division of you, all right, add the bank account, lottery ticket, deposit it, and then ask the bank to borrow against it. Borrow money is not taxable. See, when they came up with the problem, I gave them a solution. When you Google bankruptcy today, the only thing that can file bankruptcy is SNSS4. You want to be a duck and a sheep, or a division or corporation, or more. It's up to you. 2025 is the most perfect year based on numbers that ever lived. Ever. This is where you're going to get 5 million next year. That's what your goal should be for your corporation. How many days you have left? 13. It's over. Are you going to waste the next 13 days and screw it up? Yeah, I saw the type on the bottom. So if you add the credit system, I add you to that right away, and you beat your doubt, run your race, get the blank out of my way, and let me rebuild you. Write down driver's license, insurance registration. I'd like you to change these, please. You see, you're highly intelligent. When you get pulled over by the police officer in a bumpity bump, you give out a stranger where you live. That's a no-no. You should be using P.O. Box or mailing address, whatever state allows you to do. From there, you see 2 cars and 2 buildings. What do I see? 1,013 divisions. When you buy a car, why do you do it your way? You get 9 inquiries and all that crap. You let them sweat you for 5 hours. When you sign that piece of paper next to your signature, you should have said it allows 1 inquiry only and took a picture. You should have set the tone that day. You did not. All right? And guess what? You need to step up to the plate and win. Now, here's the way you buy a car from now on. Ready? Fleet price tax ID division. That's how it is. Because you get to win. All right, house, no people on the loan. If people, both husband and wife, sign, that sounds silly and dumb. Car, no. You see, if you screw up car and house, they're going to basically report it to the IRS as a 1099-C. Now you got double shitty credit. Sorry to say, but it's true. All right, car registration should be a division. That's how we play. Plan on the problem. Never bring the pain home. All right, every prop you get, because I want to get you every property, business, and everything else, should be a division. Could be a laundromat storage unit. We want to separate liability. The banks bankrupt location and keep the rest of the goodies. This is how you can do through the division process. You can even use your house payment also as taxes. Amazon didn't pay tax in the first 10 billion, now triple trillion. Why would they pay tax? There's no loophole. They're doing what they're allowed to do. That's how it works. We watched him have to borrow 44 billion from 3 banks. Because you don't keep that in the bank. It's silly. So what do we get to do? He's got spaceship, so does basically the other guy and the other guy. We could actually play the game and learn to win. But that's up to you to do it again and again. We might get knocked down 1,000 times. We're still getting up 1,001. Run your race through a corporation. Pay tax, buy a Lamborghini, offset taxes. Today, what do you use? You use your paycheck to pay car payment, gas registration, insurance, when it can be written on the corporation as a write-off. Why don't you drive a car like I do and write it off too? See, this is how you learn to be a certified CFO. All right, let's play. Let's learn today. What happens is very simple. You buy a house, escrow, closed homestead trust. When you get sued, they take it away. You die, get stuck into probate. Your family got diddly squat. Why would you do it that way? Do you realize you can do everything under irrevocable trust? So let's understand today, the buyer, the liar, the broker, the agent. Come on, in that contractor, you can actually save up to 70% on what you do under the corporation to fix up a piece of property. So guess what? Line of defense. You shouldn't make mistakes. So what do we get to do? We want to make sure if they sue us, they get diddly squat. Why not? That's how you play. My way works. Stop bringing the pain home. Now, if you don't pay your taxes, you're just a crook. Go to prison like Wesley Snipes did. Wesley went. So in other words, you cannot play peekaboo with the IRS making a mess. That's why they have that 656, 433 A and B. You can actually rebuild you. All right, once again, fixing up property, save up 70%. What are we going to do? Credit line of defense. Borrow money is not taxable. So we're going to leverage it into $15 million. All right, leverage money. That's the way to play. But again, it's up to you too. So what are you going to be willing to lose? I finally got a wife and 6 kids, 13 grandkids. Didn't really get a family as a kid. Corp and divisions. The way to get checkmate is divisions. That's how you win every time. You never bring the pain home. But the goal is going to be up to you. I'm going to look at it this way. Think to be rich. Think to be what? The dream, reaching the dream. Think to be the impossible. Corporations, divisions, and I've been training people for 49 years to be a certified CFO. Win the game of business. My first series I set up. Coaching is simple. You're stuck with me personally. Your case files in my office. We analyze it every 5 days and get you on the phone. We make sure we hold your hand. All coaching come January. It will be junior and senior coaches, unless I'm coaching you currently right now. From there, if you want a phone call the office and arrange that too. You want the blueprint call, arrange that. You want coaching, auto income, arrange that too. So blueprint is simple, past, present, and future. I don't believe I can get you to millionaire until I blueprint you. And that would be the ultimate goal. Husband and wife or partner alive. I want you on the phone together up to 1 hour. We do charge $999 for that call because it's going to change your life. Now understand what I did. I would take $40,000 off a corporate line of credit. I'd get a laundromat, dry cleaner, or car wash. I took $100,000, it's a storage unit usually. Apartment complex would be $250. What am I looking for? Boring and something to be what? Auto income. So today, I'm trying to get you and convince you to let me hold your hand. You become an investor, or you don't run it, you just own it. You become the bank. Would that be okay? We do it my way for a while? All right, these are the things. All right, people get into the senior coaching stuff. Just some goodies. So if you want to get in coaching, get your feet wet just a little bit, you don't want to play in the 6 weeks course. That means you're going to get a call every other week. We're going to blueprint you. We're going to turn around here, give you $25,000 in credit. We're going to expedite the rapid and put in all my classes, level 1, 2, and 3, and specialty. We're going to charge you $11,596. Today it is discounted below 50%. It's today $49.99 if it's done today, right away. It's a Zelle payment. There you go too. And never forget the office at 800-254-9506. And that's the ultimate goal. They will charge 5% more if you use a card. Now, if you're going to be serious about locations, not just get your feet wet, we're going to change the projection to 5 million, like the IRS says, 5 million below is small company. 3, 6, or 12 months. The goal here is go for the 5 million. Get the keys, fight like you want it that bad. We're going to fight together and have fun. Now, what are we going to do? We're going to get you to change from 10,000, 100,000 a month. Okay. But then we're going to basically do one thing, classes. All right. Analyzation, calls weekly. All right. Rapid refresh. And then we're going to basically do projections, daisy chain credit, and get to the point we raise your limits to, and we build you up and away. That's kind of fun. If you want to get in a 3 months coaching period with me right now, it's 8,000. If you wait till January, you'll be a senior and junior coaches. Now, I'm the founder of the organization. I'm the one they call the Godfather of Credit. So if I was you, I wish I could have hired me. $8,000 for 3 months, but I'll build you another 100,000 bonus credit. If you did 6 months, it's 15,000. 6 months, very simple. It's 150,000 of credit. If we did a year, it's 30,000 and 300,000 of credit. Again, that's the goal. If you're currently in a coaching program, all right, to extend it, this will be 3, 6, and 12. Take a picture. These calls are every other week starting January. And that's how it works. Very simple. So the 750 is waiting for you. You're going to have to do your part as well as I do my part in the class and go through the process, analyze you, add history. And if you want, if all you want to do is rebuild, go for the 750. You go to class Friday or Saturday or both. But once again, I'm going to charge you $9.99 for that. I'm going to give you a $1,000 card back. During the broadcast, I discount half price. $4.99, $500 card. And you learn raise rules and tools. You maintain the discipline. Don't have a corporation? Let's give you one for free. Pay the filing fee and get you to level 1, rebuild you 2. $9.99, $5,000 of credit. $24.99, $25,000 of credit based on your budget. Analyzation, add history and pop credit right away. That's the ultimate goal. That package there would be normally a Zelle, but I'd tell you to basically there's your Zelle, and I'd tell you to call the office right away. 800-254-9506. Now referrals, if you give us referrals, we bill more credit or pay you 10%. You make some money. People do that every day. So the ultimate goal is going to be up to you. There's my personal email address too, if you want to send over some referrals today. From there, we do our best. Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too. So the ultimate goal at the end of the day, pretty simple. All we have to do is follow through. And I've helped millions and millions of people do this for 49 years. Always remember, let's do our best. God does the rest. Amen to that too. Never forget at the end of the day, God loves us all.